Hi, I'm Sam here at Rick Jones Pianos with a really lovely piano. It's a Yamaha Model G2 built in 1968 in really beautiful condition. I saw this piano when it came in. The previous owner seems to have taken really good care of this piano because the finish is really beautiful. And it's not a more modern polyester finish. This is a more traditional lacquer finish. Yamaha hadn't really started using polyester yet at the time this piano was made in 1968. And I like the old lacquer look. It's not a perfect mirror such as a more modern polyester finish would have. There's little wrinkles in it. It's more traditional looking. I think it's a very elegant piece of furniture that the previous owner didn't abuse. They took really good care of the finish. And the piano that did need some work on the inside, we replaced the tuning pins with a larger size. The original tuning pins were no longer tight enough to hold a proper tune. And, well, they make tuning pin sizes from 1 to 7. Yamaha factory size pins are 1. So we just went up to the next size, which is a 2, which incidentally is what you'll find in a Steinway Grand, a new Steinway Grand. That's how they're made. So new tuning pins, thicker diameter, grips the pin block much more tightly so the piano can hold a tune better. And that's an example of the type of work we do on our pianos and our inventory to make sure they will hold up for at least 10 years of the all parts and labor warranty, and many years beyond, so long as you make sure to take care of the piano, make sure it's in tune twice a year, keep the humidity moderate and stable. It's the type of work we do to ensure that it's going to hold up over time with playing and continue to be a rewarding musical instrument. And a piano like this is something that an intermediate to advanced student could have for quite some time. Learn to play a lot of music and practice on it. I say that because my own piano growing up was a Yamaha G2 70s model purchased by my family here at Rick Jones Pianos in the early 2000s, and I had it for 20 years before I traded up to a larger piano. It served me very well. I learned a lot of music on that piano, and I think very highly of Yamaha Grands in general. The quality control with which they're made just produces a piano that's really easy to service, and when it's easy to service, we get really good results as technicians, and I think this is yet another example. It's an older model in good condition that's been reconditioned. Accordingly, it has the older design. They redesigned the G2, as I recall, in about 1971. And what I'm referring to is the shape of the cast iron plate, bridges, soundboard, and how that positions the strings. That all determines the essential tone quality of the piano. And this one has an older sound to it that I was really enjoying, especially in the melody range. It really sings out, and this is a large room we have this in. It's a big warehouse, and the piano really fills the room with sound. It's just it carries, and it has a lot of singing power to it. I was really enjoying it playing on this piano. And as I said, it sounds a bit older than the Yamaha sound that maybe more people are used to from the 70s. Something about it seems a bit more old school about it. Also the way the furniture is, little touches here and there that just look like a bit of an older piano. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I like older pianos. It has an elegant look to it, an elegant older sound to it that, in my opinion, you don't find in many new pianos anymore. I'm just really pleased with how it turned out. So, accordingly, I'll call the tone a 5 on a scale from 1 to 10. It's hard to describe what exactly I like about the tone. It's a little different from what we normally have and what you would normally see in the Yamaha because of the older design. Strictly speaking, with respect to mellowness and brightness, I don't think it goes too much one way or another. If you play loudly, it gets brighter. Otherwise, it's more warm. but there's a bit of an older tone quality to it that reminds me, I guess, of early 20th century pianos that I quite like and I find quite appealing in this piano, which is not accounted for in the tone rating. There's a whole bunch of aspects to tone that are not mellowness or brightness, and with our scale, I'm going to put it right in the middle out of 5, but it's very rich and colorful sound too. Touch is a little firm, a little more resistance than average in the keys. I'll call it a 6 on a scale from 1 to 10, from light to firm. Yamahas are not known for having a firm touch, but sometimes they just turn out that way, and this one has it. I've played other 60s Yamaha's Grands that also had a firmer touch. It must have been just the way they were making them back then. I think it compares quite favorably to a Kawai or a Steinway, two other brands which, in my opinion, are also well known for a firmer touch. So 5 and 6 for tone and touch. And as I mentioned, that's a 10-year warranty, like everything we sell on this piano, and 100% lifetime trade-up guarantee. You can, if you wish, return to us in the future and trade this piano in precisely for its instrument sales price. It's what I did with my Yamaha some time ago, going to a larger piano. You don't have to take that option if you don't want to. Yamahas are workhorses. This one's been well kept by its previous owner. It's really nice looking too, and we've reconditioned it with new tuning pins, so as long as you continue to take good care of it, tuning it twice a year in moderate humidity, you can expect many more years of musical enjoyment out of it, so the trade-in is merely an option. Although a logical upgrade after this, in my opinion, if you have to stay small, would be like a Steinway M. It's the same size as this piano, 5'7". Or if you end up having more space in the future, you might consider a larger Yamaha or Kawai, 6 feet or larger. Please stop by, try it out for yourself. You can play it along with anything else in our inventory, along with anything else in our inventory. And but if you can't make it, you can always give us a phone call or send us an email with any questions. Thanks.